They're the best waiver wire pickups for week 17, the final week of the season, which should be the championship round for most of you. Now, again, at this point in the season, let me preface this by saying everybody on this list, your roster is probably already set, but if you have a last minute injury, someone, gets hurt during the week or whatever, these are options if they're available in your league. And at one, it's Amir Abdullah, back-to-back 19 plus fantasy point games. This guy's shown he's a solid option. Obviously, McCormick's now out for the season. This is a good opportunity for Abdullah to even take that momentum and get a third straight 19 plus fantasy point game and deserves solid flex consideration if you do end up getting an injury on your roster. And the reason I'm starting with deep leagues is because the rest of the guys on this list, the 40% roster, 30, but we're getting to the point where everyone good is basically rostered. But Chiga Konkwu, this is back-to-back 10 plus target games. Tight end position is very weird this year. If you need a flex or streamer option at tight end, Chiga Konkwu next week could be an option because he's had back-to-back 10 target games. See how he does tonight on Monday Night Football, but I do like Kendry Miller, 47.6% rostered, so he's virtually rostered in almost every competitive league or up there, right? But if he's somehow there, he deserves a solid pickup at least as a stash, and if someone gets hurt, like I mentioned, you could slot him in at flex next week. Hollywood Brown, he came back, he got 8 targets, could be rostered. People might have forgotten about him, especially if people have lost interest in your league, they're eliminated, and he's somehow on waivers like he is in this one league. 29% rostered. He got 8 targets his first game back. He's going to be utilized. I'm not saying he's a solid flex option in the championship game, but again, if somebody is hurt, he's an option and a solid one at that as a replacement. Super deep leagues, Ryan Miller's always an option as well. I know Jalen McMillan's been on this list a bunch, and he should be rostered virtually everywhere. He's had 3 straight 20 fantasy point games or just about. Ryan Miller got about 10 fantasy points, got that 1 touchdown. Certainly gets utilized a fair amount. I'm not saying he's an excellent option, but he's 0% rostered, so he's available pretty much everywhere. Of course, not available in deep leagues, but if someone, like I said, if someone forgets, or they're eliminated and he's somehow on waivers, 52.5% roster. Gus Edwards had his best game of the season last week. Certainly, if someone gets hurt, a solid flex option as well. Did I miss anybody? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure to follow for my wide receiver rankings for championship week coming out tomorrow.